Hello and welcome to Josh's Garage. If you are a regular here, you've already noticed that only one of my eyes is working properly, and the other eye was damaged in an accident here in the garage about 2 weeks ago. I would like to talk about that accident today with the hope being to encourage you or your loved one to wear safety protection over their eyes. This accident could have been avoided if I were wearing the proper safety protection. I was wearing prescription glasses, but I was not wearing safety glasses. Over 300,000 eye injuries occur each year. 90% of those are preventable if we were to wear the right eye protection. I'd like to just walk through what happened with my accident just so you can understand. And then I'd like to talk a little bit about how we together can help prevent some portion of those 270,000 eye accidents, which are not necessary, from happening at all. All right, this is the baby that injured me, this table saw, the most dangerous piece of equipment in the shop, some say. I was trying to rip this board down, thinner. Mistake number one is this kickback guard, which came with the saw. I had this on for about a year or so, and there were numerous instances where wood would bind or stick and cause what I felt safety issues, trying to get the wood past and clear safely. You'd have to either push harder, and I felt like this guard was actually a liability. So I removed this guard 3 or 4 years ago. So this was a mistake number one, because this may have prevented this accident from happening. So I have an open blade, but if you go around like 90+% of job sites in construction, this is what you see. You see an open blade, and people just throwing wood through the table saws all day long. So of course, this is me rationalizing a mistake that I made. Second mistake, this is a very small piece of material to be cutting down. I'm ripping something that is wider than the blade can reach here. So the blade is not quite making it through to the other side. But as I get it past center line, this is when I had the problem. This wood jammed on something, I don't know what, but I couldn't move it past, and I tried to nudge it a little bit, and it wouldn't move. As you can see, I'm standing out of line of the rotation of the blade here. But what I did is I took my guide off of the material so that I could reach down and shut off the saw, which is down here. And as I did that, you can see that now I'm perfectly in line. My eye is perfectly in line with this piece of wood. And because the back of the blade is now lifting, it lifted this piece of wood and flipped it, and you can see this bite here on this side. It lifted the piece of wood and bit it, and that corner came right through and compressed the lens right against my eyeball. The lens shattered. So it was blunt force trauma from the lens through this block of wood. And this block of wood is probably, I don't know scientifically, but I've got to think it's about the perfect size, like heavy enough to have mass to do damage, but light enough to also pick up speed. That saw blade is spinning at 140 miles per hour, which is almost twice as fast as a bat can swing. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. I may or may not put this in the video, but I feel like I ought to show you what the eye looks like right now. Basically, the eyeball has had all of the contents removed. If this is gross, you can look away. So the iris, which is the blue or the colored part of my eye, was completely obliterated. The lens was broken. The doctor has removed the lens. Basically, all I have right now is an eyeball that has a retina in the back that's trying to remain attached and heal so that I can potentially see again. It's unknown at this point whether I'll be able to see through this eye or not again. We're going to find out. The doctor says it'll probably be a year or so of recovery to know the sight potential of this eye. So as you can see, I am not free from fault here. And as you probably see in the comments below, some really amazing and smart people will help point that out, which I can take. My purpose in talking about this very honestly is just to prevent things like this from happening again, to prevent an accident like this from happening to you or happening to those who you love. So here's the part you can help with. By clicking the like button below right here, you're telling YouTube that you like this video is good. And so therefore YouTube will serve up this video more often and it'll spread a little bit further. But another thing you could do if you feel like this message is worthwhile is share it on social media. And my hope is by telling this story in a very honest and vulnerable way, that maybe I could prevent at least one, if not many, more accidents like this, which are absolutely unnecessary. In the future, you can look forward to some reviews that I'm going to do over some safety glasses because they're certainly all not made equal, as well as building a table saw rocket launcher because I just really want to see how fast that block was moving when it hit my eye. So I think that'll be interesting. But in the meantime, wear your safety glasses, even when you're sleeping, at dinner, wherever. You can't be too safe. No, I'm kidding. Whenever you're working with power equipment, wear your safety glasses.